Purdue football coach Jeff Brohm joined the Query and Schultz Show on Tuesday afternoon to talk about his contract extension, off-season routine, the brewing quarterback competition and more. Here are some of the highlights. Brohm signed a 2-year extension in April and has a 7-year contract worth $29 million in guaranteed compensation. Here's why he says that matters. One of the things I heard a lot as we recruit the top players that weekend is, "Hey coach, are you going to be there?" It's important that all the small things are done the proper way. I think the leadership has done everything the proper way and I'm extremely thankful for their trust that they have in me to lead the program. I want recruits around the country, especially in the state of Indiana, to know I'm going to be here. I want to do this thing. I want to make a difference here. I want to recruit guys that want to come in and make a difference and put Purdue on the map. It's important that people in this area take pride in representing their home state and giving back to the people that have helped them achieve their goals to this point in representing the state of Indiana. I want guys that want to represent the state of Indiana and come to Purdue and be a difference maker. Brohm credits the school's leadership for supporting the program. I do think our leadership now, with President Mitch Daniels and Athletic Director Mike Babinski and Board of Trustees Chairman Mike Berghoff, those guys get it. They understand what it takes, they're willing to give us the resources we need. They're thinking ahead of the curve, they're being proactive, they're doing all the things we think are necessary to continue to improve. We've got to do our part, put a good product on the field, recruit the very best players we can, develop the talent we have and try to win football games. While Brohm said he does do some relaxing, he was at the Kentucky Derby last weekend, he tries to stay active during the off-season to prepare for what lies ahead. You've got to stay active with it. Now is our spring recruiting period where all of our assistants are on the road. For me, I study a lot of video. I study a lot of guys across the country on both sides of the ball. We make cut-ups, we make game plans for other teams, we see what we can incorporate with our teams and we find ways to improve. You've got to do things in ways you haven't done before that people haven't seen. All those things matter to be able to win. Brohm said this year's senior class was especially impactful. They played at a high level for us. They worked extremely hard, they were great leaders. They were local and productive, especially on the defensive side of the ball. This year they stepped to the table and found a way to win. You could tell it meant the world to them. They set the stage, they played through the hard times, they found a way to keep a positive attitude when sometimes it's not easy to do. He said the quarterback competition between David Blau and Elijah Sindelar is wide open heading into the fall. I think it's got to be. We owe it to both guys. David Blau, he came back from his injury and is the best young man you're ever going to meet. We're going to give him a chance. Elijah, he finished strong. He had a great end of the season, did it with a torn ACL. He's got a great arm. Both those guys can help us. We'll let it play out. Share your feedback to help improve our site experience.